All right, we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to ask everybody to introduce themselves, who they are, and who they're with. I'll kind of go down this list so we're not all talking over each other. We will start with Brian Smith, the long lost Brian Smith. You're muted, Brian Smith.
Okay, how's that?
There you are.
I just sung you a verse of song there, and you missed it. So, no, I'm kidding. It's good to be back. I am now back in Elizabethton and got more time on my hands to do those things that I'm most passionate about. So, here I am.
Glad to have you.
Thank
Chris
you.
Lewis.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. I'm the Addiction Science Center Coordinator at ETSU.
Crystal Carter.
Hi, I'm Crystal Carter. I am the Director of Community Impact for United Way East Tennessee Highlands.
Thank you. I'm probably going to mess up your name. Daryl Buchanan?
Hi, this is Daria Buchanan. Sorry I'm not on camera, but I'm not feeling too well today. So I'm Daria Buchanan. I'm a public health educator at the Tennessee Department of Health. And I know Ms. Julian, she works with some of our Teen Strong teen ambassadors. So I wanted to get on today to see what your coalition is up to.
Yeah, glad to have you. Emily Brooks.
Hello, my name is Emily Brooks. I'm the health educator at the Carter County Health Department in Elizabethton.
All right, Emma Carpenter.
Hi, I'm Emma Carpenter, president of Carter County Drug Prevention Youth Coalition and member of the Student Leadership Council of SAD.
Thank you. Lupe.
Hey, my computer's cooperating. I can unmute. I'm Lupe. I'm with Tennessee Voices. And that's about it.
Thank you. Joss.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I am the Assistant Project Coordinator for Carter County Drug Prevention.
Thank you. Molly Colley.
Hi, everybody. I'm Molly Colley. I'm the Northeast Regional Director for the Tennessee Suicide Prevention Network.
Thank you. Renee.
Hello, I'm Renee Tipton, and I am the court advocate now for CHIPS Family Violence Shelter. Previous community educator, and then now back to community educator, court advocate, just temporary. So,
all the things. Sam Loveday.
Hey, I'm Samantha Loveday, the Director of Related to Recovery.
Shannon.
Hello, I'm the Peak Mentorship Program Coordinator for the City of Elizabethton Parks and Rec Department.
Thank you. Sherry.
Hi, I'm Sherry Barnett. I am the Regional Overdose Prevention Specialist for Region 1 in the state of Tennessee.
Thank you. Sonia.
Hello, I'm Sonia Miller with Carter County Schools.
Thank you. And Suzanne.
Hi, I'm Sue Good, and I'm with Tennessee Voices. I'm the Family Support Specialist, and I work with Lupe for the Northeast region.
Thanks for being here. And Angela.
Hey everyone, Angela Hegeman here. I serve as the Operations Director for the ETSU Addiction Science Center and Treasurer for Carter County Drug Prevention.
Right, I think that's everyone. Anybody I missed? Oh, Dr. DeLucia.
Hey, glad you didn't forget me, Jillian.
Sorry, I almost did.
This is Tony DeLucia. I'm a professor at the Quillen College of Medicine, technically in the Department of Surgery, but I'm more public health. Happy to be here.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, thanks everybody for being here. We have a kind of random thing today that I'm excited about. So Renee is going to share with us a little bit about CHIPS and about impacts of domestic violence around COVID, or COVID impacts on domestic violence. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then we actually have the National Guard folks here with their trailer. And so Dolly's going to give you a tour of that today as well. And then they're waving at you. There they are. Their stashed away trailer. So following Renee's presentation, we'll turn it over to Dolly and our National Guard folks and let them share with us as well. So Renee, the floor is yours.
Awesome, thank you. And thank you for allowing us to speak to your group. Like Jillian said, I'm with CHIPS Family Violence Shelter. Most of you probably already know what we are, but for those who don't, CHIPS stands for Change is Possible, and we opened up in 1992. We serve Carter, Greene, and Unicoi counties. Those are the counties that we actually target, but we take victims from anywhere. So if somebody calls from Nevada, we will screen them just like we would Unicoi County or Carter County. We will assess the situation, see why they're wanting to come this far out. And if they qualify and want to travel all this way, then we will definitely take them. Just a little bit about our program. We do have a safe and confidential shelter. You can actually see the pictures of inside our shelter at our website, which is www.chipsfvs, as in familyviolenceshelter.org. And it just shows you a little bit about inside of our shelter, and it also has some pretty cool links to other resources. But it just shows you that we're not wild cots, which is what the general population's mind goes to when you think of shelter. It's what mine went to when I first started working at CHIPS. We are a single family home. It's a very beautiful home, and we can sleep up to 13 in that house. We actually even have a playroom. We call it the family room is what we call it, but moms with smaller children we put in there. That way they have a place to get away from everybody else, and they have a little play area, especially if it's raining outside. It gives the kids something to do. The way our program works is we take referrals. People contact our hotline straight out. It doesn't matter how they contact us. We just would have to speak to the victim themselves. So once approval is made, if that person does not have transportation, then we can set up what is called a police relay. Sometimes victims are kind of scared to go that route, but we just assure them, the police are not coming out to make an arrest. They're not coming out to try to persuade the victim in any way. They're just coming out to provide safe transportation from point A to point B. Once they get to us, we realize that they have been through quite a bit. Just leaving that environment, even though it is a violent environment, it is their comfort zone. They know what to expect. They know that they're going to have a roof over their head. They know that they're going to have food. So even though they know that it is dangerous, there's also all these other things that provides them comfort within the home. So it's a scary step to actually leave it. So once they come to us, we do ask them a few questions, but then we get them to our safe house to where they can, unpack, relax, eat something, whatever they need to do. Within 3 days' time, the case manager will meet with them. The case manager will talk with them, see what kind of goals that person is wanting to set, whether, we all have a different idea of what success is. So that person might just want to get out of that home for a few days and go back, because on average, a victim will return 7 times before they're completely ready to leave the home. And that's okay, at least they know that there is a resource available to them for when they are ready to leave. So we assess that situation, see what it's going to look like at that point and in the future, to see if we need to prepare them for housing or whatever, to see if they need an order of protection, which is what the court advocate would help them with, see if they would want to do our rapid rehousing program, which would provide financial assistance on a rental place and have the utilities cut on, things like that. And then we do provide case management for X amount of months after they leave our shelter in the rapid rehousing program. And then those that qualify, we will refer to Tennessee Voices program and let them have that extra help. With COVID, things changed, quite a bit. We learned to work from home. We learned how much stuff could actually be done remotely, even to the point of, case management, setting up a laptop at the house, doing Zoom meetings with the clients that way or over the phone or whatever. We did have staff on site, but we kind of alternated the staff. That way, if one set of staff was infected with the virus, it wouldn't shut the whole program down, which is what we was afraid. So we would alternate back and forth. We required masks anywhere outside of our office area and in the living areas, the main living areas of the house, to protect the clients and the staff there. As far as the numbers, they actually dropped, surprisingly. The hotline calls dropped, people coming to shelter, those numbers dropped. What did increase, however, is the act of domestic violence itself, internet searches on domestic violence and what resources are available, and child abuse, obviously. And the reason why all those things escalated but the hotline calls decreased was because the abusers were now at home with the victim. So the victim does not have the chance to actually call the hotline. And also we noticed an increase in the calls that we did get, those that qualified for shelter and wanted to come, those that really didn't come after they qualified, those increased, because once they qualified, they had to find a chance to actually get to us, and they never found that safe opportunity to leave the home. So even though, hotline calls have decreased, we in no way, shape, or form are naive enough to hope that domestic violence in itself has decreased. In actuality, we know that it has decreased because now the victim is stuck inside that home with the abuser with no way to call for help. Just like child abuse, the children are stuck in that home. The teachers are not getting in contact with these kids like they were before. So there's nobody to help those people. And that's why the pandemic is so much more dangerous on women and children and even men that are stuck at home. Those stay-at-home orders, for some it was, well, crap, I can't go out to eat McDonald's, or I can't go to the dollar store. And others, it was really a life or death situation for those people. We did get a COVID, it's called COVID Cares grant. Our director found out about it and applied. And what it will do is, for those victims of domestic violence, that they don't have to be in our shelter, they just have to be a current victim. It can provide them with a food box, and it can provide them with PPE equipment, and all they need to do to qualify for that is contact us. We'll ask them, their name, their date of birth, the address, are they a current victim of domestic violence, and we'll assess their need. Do you have more of a need for food? Do you have more of a need for cleaning supplies, whatever it is, and they can make an appointment to either come and pick that up or see if maybe whether they're in Carter County or Greene or whatever, see if there's a way for staff to get that box to their county to where it's more accessible to them. So that's a fairly new grant. It's helped a few people so far, but it is a blessing because just like everything else, income is affected due to the pandemic, and supplies for food has gone down. The resources to purchase food has gone down. So that's been a blessing to be able to help victims in that way as well. I know I threw a lot of information at you, but do you guys have any questions or?
What type of families do you help?
We help victims of domestic violence, whether it's men, women. They have to be over 18 though, but it can be a single male, it can be a male with children, it can be a single female, or it can be a female with children.
Is there, I know you said there was like 7 to 8 times it takes for it to work. Is there a limit on how many days they can stay?
There is not. It just depends on the individual. Sometimes, like I said, they come to us and they stay a few days and they say, okay, I'm going to go back. Other times they could stay a month 2 months, 3 months. It just depends on what resources that person has. If somebody is controlled to the point to where their abuser has took their identification and all of that, so they come to us with no IDs, kids, no transportation, and no employment, their time with us is going to be a little bit longer than somebody who, you know, has no kids, transportation, and a job, just because they have more resources available to them.
Hey Renee, this is Samantha from Red Legacy. Do you serve all upper 8 counties, or is it just Unicoi? I can't remember.
We target Carter, Greene, and Unicoi, and what that means is those are the counties that we attend court in, and those are the counties that we will actually call people to see if we can come and present to their organization. But if somebody calls the hotline from anywhere, if they are a victim of domestic violence and qualify for our services, and they don't want to go to the program within their service area, they're more than welcome to come to ours.
Okay, that sounds great. Transportation, can you email me and let me, there's a transportation service that's going to open up to Unicoi County and Johnson County only for females. So if you could just email me so I can get that information out to you.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. That would be an amazing resource.
Yeah. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Renee?
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for letting me speak. And if you need any information, just please reach out to us. All of our information is on our website, or Julian can, however. But thank you guys so much.
I have a question. I'm sorry to wait.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Renee, how do we help your organization get more funding? It sounds like 3 really critical counties in our region, Carter. I mean, not they aren't all, but those are pivotal. 2 of them are part of the MSA, and Greene is a micropolitan. So when you look at the growth areas of our county, it's pretty heavily implicated in part of you know, what we think of as far as the economic drivers. And where do we go to think about where your funds would be bolstered, you know, for your operations?
Okay, if you want to do a financial donation, you can do that by sending a check to our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 78. Any type of donations like cleaning supplies or anything like that for the shelter program, you can either bring to our office or contact the office and let us know. I'm in Carter County usually every Thursday for order protection cases. It very well could be that I could meet you somewhere to pick those up. If you're wanting more in-depth as far as financial support, I would have to get you in contact with our executive director, because that's above my brain level. I don't know about all of that, so I would have to get you in touch with her.
Well, I understand that pretty well. Things go above my pay grade all the time.
Hey Renee, this is Sam again. Do you guys still have the store open in Unicoi County, like the little thrift store?
The what?
The thrift store that you guys.
Oh, yes. We still have our thrift store open. Thank you for bringing that up. The thrift store is actually right beside our office. And anytime any families come to us with just the clothes on their backs, or they don't have, you know, what they need, or the kids don't have what they need, that is our first stop. We take them next door, let them get clothing for themselves, for their kids, shoes, whatever it may be. And we also work with like the American Red Cross for fire victims. They send them our way, and we get them a voucher for blankets and place settings for the tables and things. And throughout the community, if there's a professional referral, we can also help families with clothing and things. And I need blinders when I go over there.
Do y'all take like clothing donations and that kind of thing?
Yes. Yes, all the proceeds from our thrift store go to support the families in shelter, like the things that the grant would not cover. So if somebody comes to us and they need a medication filled or slip resistant shoes for work or something like that that our grant funds won't cover, then we can access those funds through the thrift store.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Dolly with the National Guard.
All right. Is it my turn? Sorry, I just want to make sure that. Can you hear me okay? Hang on. Okay. All right. Sorry, everybody. I'm on my phone and doing this, and I'm not the greatest on my phone. But anyways, hi, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. So we have some fantastic people here who are going to talk about the Stashed Away truck over here. So I just, once again, I'll let them kind of wave at everybody again here. And so let me know what you want me. Do you want me to give everyone a tour through the bus and kind of show them the inside of it? And I can also have Sergeant, ask the Sergeant over here to do their talk while I'm holding up the phone.
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Okay. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll be turning my camera around. Do you mind giving the spiel again? Is that all right with you?
We've been doing it all day.
All right, sounds great. Okay, everybody, I'm going to flip my camera around here, and I'm going to shadow Sergeant Teal.
Lieutenant Teal.
Lieutenant Teal, sorry.
Please call me Scott.
All right, you're on.
Hi, everybody. Been a while since we've seen you. We're glad to be back out in the public. Made the journey over to Carter County today, kind of show you guys a preview of what's to come with this trailer once we were authorized to go somewhere because of COVID. We hope you guys can get out and see it sometime, and we're going to show you what we've got today, which is something we've actually built for you guys, not for us. This is built for the coalition. We want you guys to be able to educate the public and the community that you're interacting with. So we've given you something that's kind of like hidden in plain sight, which everyone's familiar with. Only times it by 10, then add about 1,000 more. We made it as big as we possibly can, and we're trying to grow it as much as we possibly can with every community we interact with and every law enforcement agency that's giving us the latest and greatest. So what it is, it's an experience that starts from the beginning of a typical day of a teenager, going through their entire day and how they might have different things that you might be missing within their lives. What we would do is we'd ask you guys to call us up the day prior. You guys will schedule us. We'll come in and give you a little class on what to do. We'll try to coordinate to change the data on all of our handouts and things of that nature to match your community, or we can leave it at state data. It's up to you. We'll give you some flyers and some information for you to give to them, a little spiel that you can give to them, telling them what they're about to experience, which is something that's going to walk them through the typical day of a teenager. So they're going to get some flyers, they're going to get some literature and things of that nature, telling them what they're going to go through. And we'll invite them inside. So once we're inside, we're in the bedroom now, and we're going to actually go through pretty much the entire house of a typical teenager. So kid starts his morning, he gets out of bed, he's got a couple of options here. He can go back to his bathroom or he go to his closet. We're going to show him everything from how things might be hidden in clothes that are hanging inside your closet, what to look for, such as typically teenagers don't hang things up. There might be something stuck in a pocket, or stuck in a sleeve, or stuck in a hoodie. What to look for, how to look for it. How to look at innocuous things, such as shoes. If shoes are missing shoelaces, they should not be missing shoelaces. They're typically using these shoelaces to tie off to use injectable drugs. Usually in the other shoe is the paraphernalia that goes along with it. So the shoes are now not typically shoes, they're stash compartments. In the trailer, there's about 70 different things. They range from the very obvious to the not so obvious to the completely innocuous that you would never think was something that might hide something in paraphernalia. Something very obvious, such as a bong. Kids might try to convince you that's artwork. No, that's for smoking drugs. That's something not so innocuous. A lot of parents are not educated on what some things are. These have been around since as long as I can remember, probably since the 70s. It's a marijuana grinder, but just looking at it, you wouldn't know typically what it was. to something that's very famous now with hidden in plain sight stuff, like water bottles. Everything that is a hidden compartment in here, we actually didn't make a bunch of them because we wanted to show you that you can get these off of Amazon. Everything in here was less than $20. This was $15 on Amazon. It's a hidden compartment. No big deal, right? There's a million of them. From Coke cans to water bottles. We'll show you how they open up the bases of lamps using that, to shaking out sheets, find different things such as residue, stain marks, what to look for, how that works, all the way down to the obvious things, such as balls, things of that nature. And then headphones that kids typically either play games with. They rip the foam open. They can hide things such as fuel pods and stuff like that in it. We have functioning things such as digital scales that are actually their mouse for the computer. If you didn't look, you would know that it was. Everything in here is not what it seems. The entire trailer itself is a hidden compartment. It has everything in it, but it also has the data from your communities for the Tennessee Together survey hanging on the walls. So every one of these posters is current data, and as soon as we can have that survey conducted again, we'll be glad to add that data to it so it's more relevant for your community. Even the rugs on the floor that are hiding the debris and things of that nature looking for trash. We're trying to educate them on that. Coming right over to some things that you can buy at your local CBD store, your local gas station and stuff. They're unregulated hemp. It's labeled under CBD flower, but it smells like marijuana. It looks like marijuana. It is marijuana. So anybody can buy that. It's unregulated. It's sitting in your local gas station. We bought it. We've got it. We've got a lot of it. Inside the typical teenage medicine cabinet, big compartments and things such as Speed Stick. You can buy them in different brands, obviously. All of these things hide something. We'll show you all the different compartments and all the different ways that they could be hiding. And then the obvious things, such as the needles and the drugs and things of that nature, if you do come across them. And we're going to have the data playing. So now we've made it all the way through here. This should take about an hour per group. You got them on the backside, and the real reason why we're here is to educate them on how to interact with the youth. So now you've got their eyes open. They realize that there's things out there that they're missing. Well, now what? How do we talk to them? How do we talk to them about either recovery if they're to that point? How to talk to them about interacting with people who do drugs, and then how to keep them off of drugs. So we're not just trying to give you information to shock. We're trying to help you prevent. With that, we have a lot of literature that you saw at the very beginning there that educates them on all the different types of drugs, what they do to the body, and then also has assets and resources inside of it as well, so like recovery centers and different things that you can follow up with. But mostly we want them to have your coalition's information so they can call you guys and let you know what to expect on the back end. And we're here to help support any situation beyond that. But aside from that, guys, it's been setting, it's waiting. We're ready to get this thing back in action or in action to begin with. You guys are the first to see it. This is the first time it's been out in the public. We appreciate the opportunity to come over here, and if there's any questions you guys have, let us know.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Any questions while I have these lovely folks over here?
I just want to thank them. That was really awesome. So that was.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. It was really awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Totally agree. All right. Well, yeah, that was a lot and fantastic. I love it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all so
Appreciate
much for doing this. And is there any information you want me to take back to share with our coalition people?
You've got our contact information.
Okay.
I'll give you a bunch of the literature we've got. Read over it. If you see anything we're missing, that's what we're looking for. Some of your police officers over here have given us some information. We take that very valuable. This is kind of an AAR type point. We're looking for a review to let us know where we can fill in the gaps, so that we're hoping next month that we can actually get this out and start running, but that all depends on the situation with COVID and what the governor has us setting in.
Okay.
If we're able to come back out and we're able to do it, we'll be glad to come and set this thing up and let it run. So right now we're just trying to learn. So thank you for giving us that opportunity to come over and do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Any feedback? All right. Well, if not, I'm going to mute myself and stop my video and turn it back over to whoever is next.
Thank you all. Shannon, will you give us an update on the mentor program?
Of course, of course. Well, let's see. We are running into week 6 right now for the world tour. Making a stop in Canada this week. And the movie was Anne of Green Gables. So the world tour has been running for 6 weeks, and we have fed right over 500 people since this participants for the program. So that's a plus for us, and helping the community out that way. Got a new match last week with Kelly Lyons. So we had 2 matches in the month of September, so we're up to 5. We don't have a lot, but our quality of relationships are, I'll take quality over quantity right now. So update on we had a match with Steve and his mentee. His mentee's doing very well. Passed his drug test last month. So that was a step forward in the right direction. This kid has got a lot of adversity, but he's seen the step through and come through. Other than that, the world tour is rolling on. We got 5 strong matches, and we're looking for mentors and mentees. And we'll take any kind of referrals or anything you got. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. Em, you want to talk about Youth Coalition?
Sure, I'm really excited. We are doing for SLC a town hall, and this will be done by all of the SLC members for youth. They haven't given us any information yet about when it'll be, but they will be giving us later on some stuff to hand out and try to get some kids to come. But this will be kids from all across America, which will be really cool. And then also for SLC, we're doing, since we were supposed to go to New York City for one of our summits, that was not able to happen because of COVID. So instead we'll be recording recording a bit and then doing it on the 14th from 2:45 to 3:30, just a New York Leadership Summit, which should be cool. And I think another one is on, I want to say the 21st, but I don't know for sure. I'm not doing that one. And then I'm excited to say we are doing some stuff for our local SAD, which includes we're going back to CCDP, and we're going to decorate some masks on, sorry, let me look at this. On the 16th from 5 to 9, we'll be giving away masks as well as letting kids kind of decorate them to help deal with stress. That's what I got. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else have updates they want to share?
Jillian, I have a question. Are you guys is anybody in Carter County doing anything for like the upcoming Halloween, like a drive-by or anything like that that I'm not aware of?
Yes, so we will be giving out candy at our office on Halloween. It's normally from 3 to 5 on Halloween day. That will be in person. And then the Sheriff's Department is actually doing a trunk or treat as well in their parking lot from 5 to 7. So Brianna Blevins, I'm sure, would love to have anybody set up there with a trunk that would like to. And anybody's welcome to come help us hand out candy or give out resources or whatever that day as well.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Jillian, if I may also, and I'll send this to everyone, the Unaka High School Key Club is also doing a trunk or treat, and I will be sure to send that out.
Thank you. What other updates do y'all have?
I have another question. I'm full of questions today. No updates, just questions. I was recently talking to a client that said something to me about a shelter in Carter County. I don't know of a shelter in Carter County. I don't even remember the name right now, but it's not ringing a bell. But is there a shelter in Carter County?
Shepherd's Inn.
That's what it is.
Is that the one? I am not an expert on Shepherd's Inn, so I don't know. Maybe Crystal or somebody else may know more than I do about that if y'all want to chime in.
Hey, this is Dan. A little bit about Shepherd's Inn. They usually hold, I think it's around maybe 4 people at one time. Actually, my transporter's mother actually like helps clean and cook and things. but it's a more so set up like an independent living type situation. So it's a house that's located strategically downtown off of Main Road. And if you just call them and they have availability, then they can actually go in that day. I don't know how much it costs right now, like per day, because since it's like a nonprofit and owned independently by one person, the price fluctuates sometimes.
So there's like a fee associated to it.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Shepherd's Inn just got the $10,000 donation from 100 Plus Tri-Cities Women Who Cares. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere, so.
So maybe not.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember hearing about that huge donation and I was like, wow.
I've got on a resource list, I've got just contact information that I can share with you.
I was just wondering because, you know, as far as I knew, you know, CHIPS covered Carter County too. That's why the way that it was presented to me, it sounded like they were having a hard time getting in. And I was like, I don't know that I know that much about it. So anyway, that's what I was asking.
Thank you. Anybody else have updates or questions?
It's Crystal. I have a couple of new ones. Number one, we have a new director, at United Way East Tennessee Highlands. So that is Leslie Salling. And she was able to come to the Boss Lady event on Friday and meet some of the people, but she hasn't met them all. So if you haven't had a chance, just let me know and we will kind of connect you. But we have come up with a financial empowerment center. We got one of the huge CARES grants, and we're getting ready to invest $50,000 into rental and utility assistance for ALICE families, so the working poor, or people who lost their jobs during COVID. But along with that comes financial counseling that helps them get their credit scores up. It's perfect for young people that are over the age of 18 that have maybe just got out of college and have student loans, or people that are trying to rehabilitate that maybe need a hand up. So we have just kicked that off. So you can just call the Carter County United Way office for more information, and we can do an intake and get you set up and get you all the counseling. So if you have clients that are Washington, Carter, Johnson, or Southern Sullivan County, we can take care of them.
Jillian, this may be a good segue after Crystal. I know that I promised I would get together with John Link last time, and anybody that knows what a wonderful operation Alice has, McCafferty has with SCAD, what John and his group does with overdose treatment and wraparound services for people who have overdosed. I was blown away by making contact with John, and really we're just beginning to approach possible possible strategies, and it may take a while, and it is certainly something that could be doable for grant applications or involving medical students, but we just have to wait and see. And I've been really wrapped up with trying to understand how we do look at the data related to deaths of despair, which is this idea of suicides, alcohol, and overdoses in our country related to the economics of inequality, which I think does fit into the upstream picture of why we're having problems writ large in our society. So just shut up at this point.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else have updates or anything they want to share?
I guess I do. I had to get off last month before you shared about how you were able to help TSPN get the proclamation for the mayor about Suicide Prevention Awareness Month in September. But I do want to take a moment to thank you because this was the first time in TSPN's 20-year history that we got every single county in the state to to sign a proclamation stating that September was Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and couldn't have done it without your hard work. So you're greatly appreciated. It's a big deal to us. So thank you.
That's awesome. Super awesome. Glad to help.
Okay, guys, as usual, if you know anybody that needs Narcan training, individual, or any fire departments, any law enforcement, any groups that need Narcan, just let me know. Reach out to me. I'll put my information in the chat box. Also know that we, just check on your fire departments, your volunteer fire departments. I made a bunch of Carter County runs this week to Carter County Department of Education and a couple of other fire departments. So I also have a recording that if you've been to my trainings and you can do and feel comfortable doing training, you can do an individualized training with a person or two with that recording. However, you cannot do groups based on the grant. However, I'll put my information again in the text box. Most people know me and reach out as they need to, but if you have a family, domestic abuse type situation or something like that that you need Narcan immediately, just reach out to me. I'll put my personal phone on there. So you guys have an awesome week.
Thank you, Sherry. So just a couple things that I wanted to update on. We got a grant from Truth a few months ago, to help businesses create tobacco-free policies. And so we have been able to get, I think, 21, is that right, Josh? 21 businesses signed up. And so that's super exciting. We've been really, really happy to help them and encourage them and help create policies and all of that. But if there is a business you know of that you think would benefit from anti-tobacco signs or anti-tobacco stickers for their windows, we have some ashtrays, those kinds of things if they want to do a designated smoking area. And then we're really just kind of trying to celebrate the businesses that are participating. And so please let me know if there are any businesses anywhere in Carter County that would be interested in being part of this. We hope to have a big kind of press release at the end and say, look at all of these amazing businesses that are offering this. And so that's one thing I wanted to share. Our youth coalition is hopping right now. They are so busy. We have rolled some things into one meeting, which has been really great. I think we're still adjusting to it. But we have combined our youth coalition and our SAD club and our Beta club and kind of created one big youth leadership coalition. And so they've been meeting every Wednesday and for about an hour and just really coming up with some innovative things. And like today, I had to teach a vaping cessation class, and so Emma and Chloe and Claire just ran with the meeting, and I love to see them really stepping up and doing awesome things with this. And so if you ever have a project that you think that youth would be valuable for, or if there are things they can help you with, please reach out and let me know. They're right now working on some anti-bullying things and Red Ribbon Week and lots of different things. So there's ever anything that you need from our Youth Coalition, please let me know that, or if you want to get involved in any way. We are participating in Evenings on Elk next Friday night. So if you don't know what that is, it's just kind of a fun time for downtown to be alive in the evening. And so we will have a kids mask decorating station on October 16th from 5 to 9. We could use volunteers to work the table if you would like to, and then also people just to stop by during that event. So just a couple things we've been working on. Anybody else have any updates from their agencies or things they want to share?
Since I've talked so much, I'll just go ahead and talk some more. We are currently, I think we only have like 6 clients, which is awesome because we get to give them lots and lots of attention. But at the same time, do keep in mind that you are always welcome to send us referral. People can self-refer. We work with anyone who's been the victim of a crime. We can work with people up to 24 years of age, or if they have children that are under the age of 24 who have experienced trauma. That's physical, sexual, domestic violence, whatever it may be. We have the trauma curriculum, we have the domestic violence curriculum, and we do lots of case management with them. So we are a lot of resource linkage also. So please remember us. We do have parenting classes. So anything that we can be of service to anyone for, please feel free to reach out to us. Thanks. That's it.
Anybody else have anything to share?
Hi, this is Darielle with TDH, Tennessee Department of Health. I just wanted to let you know that we are still recruiting for our Tennessee TN Strong Teen Ambassador Program. And if you don't know what that is, it's a youth-led organization where our high school students work to raise awareness for the dangers of tobacco and help fighting against the big tobacco companies. And you have to be in high school, and we're still recruiting for that. So if you would like more information, Julian, I will send you information about that. I'm not sure if I sent you an email or not, but we are still recruiting. So if you know any high schoolers that may be interested in doing this work, we are here.
Awesome. Thank you. I will say it's been a great experience. We have 3 ambassadors on our Youth Coalition, and it has been a great experience for them. So I can't say enough about TN Strong and getting involved with that. We have 3 right now, and hoping that we had another one apply this year, so hoping she's able to join them and do TN Strong work. So can't say enough good stuff about that. Anybody else have anything? Okay, well, thank you all for being here, and we will see you next month.